Old and Achy here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the second of the two weekly campaign challenges for the week of November 25th through December 1st, which is Reclamation, which requires you to complete the Reclaimer mission on Legendary difficulty with the Mythic, Tilt, Tough Luck, and Thunderstorm skulls. So here we are setting the mission up, and there are the 4 skulls that we need. Don't need any more in this one, actually. And off we go to start the mission. Now I'll be using a number of speedrunning techniques to get through this fairly quickly. I think it was about 18 minutes or so. There's a few more techniques I could have used to knock off even another minute, 90 seconds or so, but they're really tough to accomplish, and I decided to go with the ones that are more straightforward. So here we go, starting the mission. Normally you would come running through this little cave area and go into the mammoth, but we're going to go out to the left.
Well, someone's overcompensating.
And run up this little ridge here to the end of it. On back down here, past these 2 rocks that look like cow pies, and turn around and come back the other way. And we've by doing that, we've initiated the waypoints featuring Captain Del Rio, and the mammoth is getting ready to move out. That shaves a few seconds off the run. Okay, notice I switched over to my AR because I'm going to get rid of it here momentarily. First thing we want to do is run over here and get the jetpack. Let the Marine wave at us. And run back up here towards the front and grab the sniper. So now we're equipped with a sniper and a battle rifle, and I'm actually going to use both. Theoretically, we could get through the entire mission without firing a shot, just using a grenade or 2, but I decided to play it a little bit safer. And doing a run without firing a weapon is called a pacifist run, by the way. Also, it's a no kill requirement. Just the only kills that you can do on a pacifist run are the ones that require you to advance the mission. Alright. Now, as soon as Commander Lasky says they're digging in on the ridge, we want to do a sprint jump at a 45-degree angle and jetpack over to this right ridge and start taking off running. Notice that the forward momentum of the mammoth helped me out a little bit on that jetpack jump. That and my sprint. And I got over to that ridge very easily. A little combination of boosting and coasting with the jetpack. Just follow this path here. We're kind of coming in the back door to get to the target designator. See that little rock right there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to sprint, hit the rock, jump, jetpack up, and I should have just enough boost to get this little ledge here. And then I'm going to jump jetpack straight up to here, and then just sprint across the other edge, jump down, and at the last second use the jetpack to soften my descent or slow my descent so I don't die. Okay, up a jetpack over the crashed Pelican, grab the target designator, put the first shot on a particle cannon, and then we want to jump off here down to this rock, regain our composure a little bit, and then jetpack back up here to that flat rock, sprint up to the ghost, and take off back to the mammoth. Now, because tilt is on, it will take 2 shots to take out the particle cannon, 2 shots from the target designator. Of course, I'm having a hard time here getting across this doggone ghost. I'm being very careful because there is a jackal sniper out there. I don't want to present a target to him. Okay, let's up on the D-pad. Gives us the target designator. Here comes the second shot. Boom. There goes the particle cannon number 1. Now we got to somehow get the particle cannon number 2. And notice I'm waiting a couple seconds before I jump back in the ghost there because of that jackal sniper. I want to be out of his line of sight. Now, as soon as the front hatch here drops, we're going to take off. At full boost, follow the path that I'm following. Sideways up this hill. Right around to about here, and then coast for a couple, 3 seconds. Get full boost back, and take off again following this path. We're running a gauntlet here between 2 phantoms and a bunch of cubbies on the ground. And most of the time I make that. Ooh, somebody got a good shot on me. But notice we made it through here. Okay, just follow this path, this little gap in the rocks. Okay, go back to full boost and hit your jump key. That will raise the nose of the ghost and get you up and over these rocks. And then keep boosting along the right side here, as far away from the fire of the cubbies as possible. Or we're skipping a major battle to drop force fields, or to drop power sources for this force field. We're going to use one of the oldest tricks in the book, is jump out of a vehicle and right through the solid object. And by the way, when you're in a ghost, when you want to jump out, if you aim or look to the right, you will jump out right. If you aim or look to the left, you'll jump out left. That's why I positioned the ghost so that I would jump out to the right and jump on through. Okay, well, here we go. We're just running. And there's a second particle cannon. As soon as Commander Lasky's comm gets active, right about there, we'll put the first shot on the target designator on the particle cannon number 2. There it goes. Jump on this ghost and take it up through this little gap here, right about here, and up on this big flat rock here. Just ease it on up. There we go. I'm going to jump out and watch what happens here. I run right into this rock and then hit jetpack. And running into a rock and flat rock and hitting jetpack gives you a lot of extra boost. Okay, second shot here coming up. And as soon as you make it, jump up here, jetpack up here to this little ledge. The lich will appear. And just jump and jetpack back down to the lich. Run through the opening here. Back down to its power source. Whack it one time, 2 shots from the sniper rifle, and that will take care of the lich. Immediately jump back out. And jetpack down. Hugging this rock face as much as you can. Back down to the flat rock, up on the ghost, off the ledge. Notice the nose came up again because I hit the jump key and held it. I want to plant the nose in the ground. Okay, waiting for this invisible barrier to fall. It will momentarily. Notice the screen freeze. That's telling me that the barrier is going to fall. And I'm just taking the ghost over here. And what we're going to be doing here is doing running, jump, and jetpacks across these acid streams. Now, note that if you drop into the stream, you will die pretty quickly. Okay, sprint, jump, jetpack up. And I'm boosting and coasting. Boosting and coasting. Same thing here. Notice over here, or for this one, I'm running over to this high spot because that makes it easier to get across this stream.
It's okay.
Now we could have, instead of jumping back to the flat rock and gotten into the ghost, we could have stayed on the lich a little bit longer and jumped back down to the mammoth and ridden our way across to the sniper alley, which is where I'm headed now. But and that would have probably added at least a minute, 90 seconds, maybe even more to the run. Okay, notice this daggone lag here. I thought I might not make it. For some reason the campaign lags in this area for me. Okay, back across. Now there is another way to get to Sniper Alley that No Eyes 10 demonstrated, which is a pretty slick. Take a ghost and boost it across a big chasm, and halfway across jump out and boost and coast with a jetpack over to the other side. And that actually cuts another 30 seconds off the 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, off the run. I've done that before. I actually have that in a Mythic run. But again, that's pretty tricky to do, so I decided to use the safer technique in this particular walkthrough. Because really what we want here is the challenge. And we don't want to keep dying to get it.
I can move faster alone.
Okay. So I just follow the path that I took there across the streams to this point. Now we're at the entrance of Sniper Alley. And I'm going to go far enough to get the loading thing there and the checkpoint, and turn right around and go back from whence I came. Oh, I just kind of ran backwards into a rock there. That slowed me down a little bit. So we're running back along this rock wall here to the far edge. And we're going to be doing a stunt coming up soon here that is probably the hardest part of the whole mission, which is the jump through the rock wall thing. We jump and jetpack up here. This little ledge, jump and jetpack up to the second ledge. The third jump is going to be pressing your face into the rock, which gives you that extra boost. See how far up I went? To the top here. Sprint jump across. And jetpack and boost. Jetpack and coast. And then run right into this rock and jetpack, and woo, there we go, flying again. Notice that little, a lot of extra boost there by using that technique. And then jetpack and coast down to here, using the jetpack to slow your descent. This is a tough jump here. You got to catch it just right. Jump jetpack at the same time. Jump key jetpack at the same time, and that should just give you just enough to get up here to the top. Poke your head through the wall here, aim back a little right, step back. Sprint jump, and then jetpack and coast, jetpack and coast across here. Made it very easily. Takes a little practice to get the timing down on when to jetpack and when to coast. Okay, jetpack and coast across there. And then now we've just skipped the entire Sniper Alley
We're
battle.
entering the Forerunner structure.
That is a real pain in the butt. And we're back into the Forerunner structure. We're working our way towards the particle cannon network array. Alright, through that door to the left here. We gotta wait for the sentinel. Here he comes. Alright, and he's gonna open the second doorway here. And into a very slow elevator. And down to the next level.
This elevator should take us directly to the coordinates Infinity provided. Almost like those Sentinels wanted us to get the particle cannons offline.
At least they seem slow to me.
This could be a trap.
You say that like there's a second possibility?
Okay. Out the door. Just follow the path through this doorway. Just keep going straight. That sentinel on the left is a diversion. He's actually closing a door so you don't go through it. And straight through here. And then make a right. And through that far doorway is the particle cannon array network.
We've reached the coordinates. This looks like the place.
Okay. And go ahead and put Cortana into the system.
Particle cannon network.
And then just mosey on back over here because this is where we're going to go next. She does her thing.
Cortana to Infinity. The guns should be offline. How's it look from up there? Infinity.
Cortana?
I noticed the two cannon symbols on the left went from gold to white. That means they're offline. Something's grabbed Cortana. Now we got to go find her. So just haul it across this light bridge into this little alcove right here and make a left. And next alcove, make a right through this doorway and jump down and jetpack through the door here into the light. And this is the beginning of a major cutscene, about 2.5 minutes or so, where the librarian tells us all about the Didact and finishes up by enhancing the Chief's DNA and his shields and everything, but we're skipping that. This is the end of that cutscene. Okay, as soon as we regain control here, like right now, run over to this little platform here, wait for the waypoint. There we go. Grab Cortana, left back a little bit, and jetpack across to this ledge here, this area. So going down to the end here, I'm not sprinting because I want to save my sprint. Alright, take out the two crawlers down there. I'm just throwing a grenade at that knight. Just jetpack on down. Now, because Ketch wasn't on, he wasn't throwing grenades at me. He just kept firing, and actually that's probably a bad thing. I probably should have turned Ketch on for this run. But that's okay. You notice that I ducked left before I went into the elevator. I was ducking left, waiting for the doors to close behind me so they couldn't fire on me before I went into the elevator. Especially because my shields were down. That's a good little trick to remember. Or tip. Alright, out of the elevator, through the portal. And there's a big battle going on, which we're going to totally skip. We've got to get on the other side of the force field and take out the gravity well, or put a target designator on the gravity well. And instead of fighting our way through a whole bunch of cubbies, we're going to jump up along the right cliff wall here and proceed in that manner. Okay. And I'm using this jetpack into the face of the cliff to get a little extra boost. I'm going to do the same thing here. Get up to this rock. Now here I can't do that because the cliff has a little bit of overhang, so I'm going to jump jetpack straight up. And if you don't know what I mean by when I say jump jetpack, I'm going to do the same thing here, by the way. It means that hit the jump key and jetpack at about the same time, you get a little bit extra boost. Alright, just follow this path across. Notice that there are some soft kill zones here, but we'll come back out of them pretty quick. We'll be going through a couple of more. One there. One here. But like I said, we'll be getting out. Just follow this path using jetpack to slow your descent when you're coming down. Jetpack across the gaps in the rocks. Or jumping up to the next rock level. And we're working our way around to the force field. Alright, and now we're behind it. And immediately behind it, and we jump down to this big rock here using jetpack to slow our descent. Do the same thing here. There we go. And we're off and running as soon as the freeze, we get out of that little screen freeze. We're off and running to the target designator to take out the gravity well.
Infinity, we're at the gravity well.
Then paint that damn target so we can get out of here.
You heard it, Chief. Line up the shot.
There we go. That essentially is the end of the mission. There's no more combat or anything. We just got to skip a cutscene or whatever. And this actually is one we can't skip. The Chief is sitting there watching the gravity well get destroyed and smugly walks away, but then we go into a cutscene, and I'm going to skip this thing here momentarily. My attention was diverted for some reason, so it took me longer than usual to skip it, but the end of the mission symbols will appear, followed by the challenge popping. I hope this helps you in your quest for the weekly challenge Reclamation. This is Old Anaki signing off. Take care, everybody.